Old School Will is back at it again. And today we're going to talk about something I've never really discussed on this channel before. Cruise ship horror tales. Now before we get started, let me say this. Cruising remains one of the safest forms of travel in the world. Millions of people cruise every year and have wonderful vacations. But every now and then something happens. Something that reminds us the ocean doesn't care how big your ship is. The sea always has the final say. So let's jump right into this. Now, on our story number 1, the Costa Concordia disaster. Let's start with the biggest modern cruise ship disaster. The Costa Concordia, January 13, 2012, had over 4,200 people were on board. The ship sailed dangerously close to shore near an Italian island. A maneuver known as a salute, something went terrible. The ship struck underwater rocks. The hull was ripped open. Water began flooding inside. Power started failing. Passengers suddenly found themselves in darkness and confusion. Many didn't initially realize how serious this situation was. Some believe it was merely a technical issue. But within hours, the massive vessel was listing dramatically. Lifeboats became difficult to launch. Chaos erupted. 32 people lost their lives. The images of that giant ship lying on its side shocked the world. For many cruisers, it remains the most haunting cruise disaster of the modern era. Now, on that story number 2, that monster wave.
This footage was recorded by passengers aboard the Viking Sky cruise ship. The storm caused violent swaying of the ship, but what happened next was even worse. The waves crippled the ship and pushed it towards the rocky coast, rendering the rescue boats useless. Helicopters became the only viable option for rescue. 6 helicopters from 5 countries joined the rescue mission, and passengers were lifted one by one to safety non-stop for 24 hours. Despite the efforts, only half of them were rescued. Thankfully, the engines eventually resumed function and propelled the remaining passengers out of danger.
Many people think giant waves are myths. They're not. In 2005, the cruise ship Norwegian Dawn encountered a massive rogue wave. Passengers described a wall of water crashing into the ship. Windows shattered. Cabins flooded. Furniture was thrown around. People were injured. Imagine sitting in your cabin at night. Suddenly a wave several stories high slammed into your floating hotel. No warning, no time to react. Just water, glass, and fear. The ocean can become dangerous in seconds. Now, on that story number 3, the vanishing passengers. Now, let's talk about one of the most mysterious aspects of cruising. Passengers who disappear. Every year, there are incidents where people go overboard. Some are accidents, some involve alcohol, some involve mental health struggles. Others remain unexplained. Think about that. Thousands of miles from land, darkness, open ocean, no witnesses, no clear answers. For families left behind, the question never stops. What happened? Could it have been prevented? Will they ever know the truth? These stories remain some of the most heartbreaking in cruise history. Story number 4, Hurricane Hell. Cruise ships do everything possible to avoid hurricanes, but sometimes weather still catches them. Veteran cruisers have reported terrifying experiences during severe storms. furniture sliding, passengers becoming seasick, cabins shaking, water crashing over decks. One minute you're enjoying dinner, the next minute you're holding onto a rail wondering what the heck happened.
Oh my God! Oh! Oh!
Oh my God, that guy fell.
Oh my God!
Oh my God. Oh my God, that guy fell. Oh my God.
Get your kids! Get your kids! Water! Kids, still in water! That was still in water! Oh!
Modern cruise ships are built to withstand tremendous punishment, but Mother Nature always reminds everyone who's in charge. Story number 5, that engine room fire. One thing passengers rarely think about is fire, yet fire remains one of the greatest fears at sea. There have been multiple cruise ship fires throughout the years. When a fire breaks out at sea, there is no nearby fire department, no quick emergency response. Everything depends on the crew. One of the most famous examples was the Carnival Triumph.
This is what actually happened on a cruise ship that became known as the Poop Cruise. In 2013, a cruise ship known as Carnival Triumph experienced one of the most infamous cruise incidents in modern history. While sailing in the Gulf of Mexico, an engine fire in the ship's aft section caused a complete loss of power to much of the vessel. That included propulsion, air conditioning, refrigeration, and most importantly, the sanitary systems like toilets. Now, here's where things quickly escalated. With thousands of passengers on board and no working toilets in most parts of the ship, conditions became extremely difficult very fast. The ship was left drifting at sea while emergency teams worked to restore power and bring the vessel to port. Meanwhile, passengers had to be moved into more stable areas of the ship, and crew members worked around the clock to manage food, safety, and sanitation under extremely limited conditions. The ship was eventually towed to Mobile, Alabama after being stranded for nearly 5 days. But here's the important part. This incident completely changed how cruise ships are designed and operated today. Modern ships now have significantly improved their systems, backup power distribution, and better emergency response protocols specifically to prevent a situation like this from ever happening again. Because while cruise ships are incredibly safe today, events like this are exactly why those safety systems exist.
After an engine room fire, the ship lost power. Air conditioning failed. Toilets stopped functioning properly. Passengers endured miserable conditions. The media nicknamed it the Poop Cruise.
Damn!
It became a public relations nightmare, but it also reminded everyone how quickly conditions can deteriorate at sea. Story number 6, that unexplained stories. Now, here's where things get strange. Cruise ships are floating cities. Thousands of passengers, thousands of crew members, endless hallways, dark decks at night. And over the years, there have been countless stories that remain unexplained. Passengers hearing footsteps in empty hallways.
The ghost of Carnival Cruise Friends. The chair is moving without a person sitting on it.
Reports of figures appearing and disappearing. Unusual sounds coming from areas. where nobody was supposed to be. Now, am I saying these stories are ghosts? Nope. But I am saying that when you're surrounded by miles and miles of open ocean, the imagination can do strange things, especially at 3 a.m. in a dark hallway on a ship carrying thousands of people. Now, our story number 7, the perfect storm scenario. Imagine losing power during a severe storm. Imagine communication systems failing. Imagine being unable to see outside. That scenario has happened more than once in maritime history.
Oh, now CJ,
This is the Carnival Pride. We just lost power.
please send help.
Come on, we'll get this right. Well, the elevators are still the auxiliary.
Thankfully, modern cruise ships have backup systems and safety procedures. But hearing those stories remind us that cruising isn't just floating from island to island. These ships operate in one of the most unpredictable environments on Earth, the open ocean. Now, let me give you my old school perspective. I still love cruising. I've taken plenty of cruises. I have more scheduled in the future. And I believe cruising remains one of the best vacation values available. But I also believe passengers should understand that the ocean deserves respect. Too many people step on board believing nothing bad can happen. History tells us otherwise. Preparation matters. Travel insurance matters. Listening to safety briefings matter. Situation awareness matters. Most importantly, common sense matters. So, what do you think? Which cruise ship horror story shocked you the most? Was it the Costa Concordia, the rogue waves, the hurricanes, the disappearances, or those strange, unexplained stories that still leave people scratching their heads? Drop your thoughts down below. If you've ever experienced rough seas, severe weather, or something unusual on a cruise ship, Old School would love to hear your story. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell for future notifications, and share this video with fellow cruisers. And until next time, Old School is out. Y'all stay blessed.
Oh no.
Oh no. I will try.
Oh, don't eat the soup.